Okay, in this video, I want to just talk about, we've got a pretty critical week here coming up. So I just want to talk about what you kind of need to do. So let's just presume that you haven't done very much since the first exam. You know what? Like, it happens. I was going to say no judgment, but I do actually pass judgment on you. But, and you're not laughing. I'm the only one that's laughing at that moment. Um, Only because not laughing at your misfortune, rather laughing at the fact that that's a phrase that people use, no judgment. And this is one where I can't use that. But let's say you're in that situation. Okay. It's really not the end of the world. It truly isn't. You've got a week, so you don't have a lot of time. But if you focus on it for a few days and you start earlier rather than wait till the very end, you'll probably be okay. I can't guarantee that you'll be okay, but you'll probably be okay. So here's what you would do. Just start with 4, right? So go to 4, and that's our discussion of GDP. You watch my preview just as a kind of get a taste of what you're going to be getting into. Now, given that you are only starting to look at things now, you probably shouldn't be reading the book. For most of you, right? Most of you reading the textbook is just going to slow you down at this point. So if it were me, what I would do is you've got your chapter agenda right here. You've got your playlist of videos right here. I'd go through that playlist, but then I would also go through the classic PowerPoint lectures and watch the one on GDP as well. So if you do that, and you do that for each of the topics, watch the preview, know that the book exists, but probably don't go to reading it. Look at the playlist of videos and the agenda first, then go to the classic slides second. You'll have a pretty good sense of each of the modules. And then you just proceed. You do your practice questions, then you do your graded questions, and then finally write up the analysis paper. Do make sure you look at my comments. I did take the time to write pretty detailed comments for each of you for number 1 and number 2, so that you would take that feedback and do better on 3 and onwards. And then finally take the quizzes. If you do that, and even if you just commit to yourself to 1 module a day, you focus on 4, 5, and 6. Applied topic 1 is not. It's interesting. I'm not. It's absolutely interesting, but and watching them and going through the slides, you'll feel like you understand economics even more so. But with that said, you've only got a week, and as I now transition to talking about the exam, you should not focus on this because this is not part of the exam. It's just an extra topic, an applied topic. Okay, so now with that said, let's go to then, even if you have done everything now and you're just waiting to take the exam, let's now talk about the exam stuff. Okay, so for the exam, I made this study guide after I made the exam. Let's look at the settings for the exam. So for the bullet points, the easiest way to do things here is that you kind of organize your notes, or you basically build a strategy around these bullet points, because each of the questions on the exam will deal with these bullet points in one way or another. Okay, then let's talk about the settings, because that's probably what you would care about here. Oh, it's really unhappy. Let's see if I can get it to work here. There we go. Okay, So let's talk about the settings here. You get one attempt to take the exam. So you got to do it all in the same sitting. You've got starting on Monday, where Sunday turns into Monday, midnight, all the way until the following Monday at 11:55 p.m. So you have an entire week to take the exam this coming week. But do not take the exam before you've done the quizzes and everything else, just for your own sake. Don't. The exam is important. You don't want to just rush into it here. You've got 90 minutes to take the exam. There'll be a clock. There'll be like a timer for when you're doing it. And that's pretty much it. There are a total of, going back to the let's make this bigger so that we can all see it here. Um, 30 multiple choice questions, 3 short answer questions. The 3 short answer questions, one will be about 4, one will be about 5, one will be about topic number 6. And then again, you've got your topics here. If you stuck pretty close to the quizzes and the homeworks though, that's what I look at when I'm making the exam questions. I'll say they're inspired by it. There's nothing that's like an exact copy from a quiz or homework, but they're all inspired by it. Okay. I can't say good luck because, like the Hunger Games, luck has, well, probably even more so than the Hunger Games. There's not much of a role of luck in doing well on the exam. You've got a week here, and it's not the end of the world if you're just starting now. Just don't freak out and don't freak yourself out. And as always, email me if you're really concerned. And some of you have, but I feel like there probably are some of you in this class who feel like either one, I wouldn't care, but I do, or that I wouldn't respond. I'm sometimes a little delayed in responding, but I do always reply eventually. And again, I'll write it down here again just to highlight that I do care. If you're really concerned, send me a text. If you call me, I probably won't answer because I won't know who you are. And in this era, in this day and age, no one answers an unknown caller. Send me a text. Say who you are. And then, you could even just say something as simple as, can you give me a call back? Or can I call you back? And I will reply. I absolutely will. I will not intentionally ghost any of you. Okay. I hope that helps.